If we look at a coal or raw coal production now on consumption, we used to consume 4.6k minutes. Go here, we're down to consuming 1.8. Might be decent enough to have it on. Because most of it come from ARC anyway. And the rest is just surplus. Yeah. We might just keep the power on the way we had it before. Since it seems like disabling it. We'll keep this, it's fine. Biomass is slowly going up, that's perfect. So everything's actually running quite nicely right now. Let's see here. Does that mean we can finally start to go and look at a few more things? Yeah, iron was for... Oh yeah, hot air was starting to lag. We should probably just expand out this setup to a lot more. What is going... Missing barrels. Goddamn tar. I've never thought that I'll have too much tar. That's quite hilarious. Go tar into crude oil. Are these really producing that much just to make all the coal? Because that seems to be what's holding us back. Yeah, they are just outputting a ton. What is a good way to use the tar? Because I am using combustion fluid right now, but since our arcs are pretty much using all of it. Maybe, just maybe I could have one run and then expand out how much combustion fluid we are making. That could be a way to consume more of it. So making a bigger setup, but balancing it is quite hard to do. Because if I don't balance it right, we'll use too much and that will kill the power. Could set up an alert for when that happens, if I wanted to. But I kind of want to see if I can't manage it some other way. There's actually one way to do it. Look at coal, I'm going for this one, but I think there's just a recipe that goes directly. Wait, isn't there a better recipe for this one? I think I saw it somewhere. There is this one, just raw coal into these two. Then I don't have to worry about the outputs that I get from this recipe. These two I don't really mind, so maybe shifting it over to that one instead could actually save us quite a bit of a hassle in terms of our tar. And I think these can go... Those I can't use yet, but I can use this fuel. Get raw stage 2, and that... Ooh, that might actually be good to go for. I'll just give us more coal. I kind of want to see... Let's use combs, active carbon. You can go into oak in a 1-to-1. In theory, I could remove all of these and just have a much simpler setup without the byproducts. Let's try and set this up just next to it. High pressure we have. Secondary crusher. It requires a steel that's pretty much locked in barrels at the moment. Yeah, let's fix that tar issue we have. That should be stemming from this. Let's do this. Go. And let's just fix our problem. You are the problem right here. Pretty much these two. So firstly, we'll have to make you away as well. Okay. Fine. Get in a local radar instead. So time to fix this. You are pretty much making coal. We have enough coal, I just want to change it out to do something else. So let's just remove... Am I gonna regret doing this? If I just remove, what's it called, all of this in one go. Probably not. You haven't times through. Let's get you away. You're not needed anymore. I did for a second. I had to hook it back up because all the power went away. Wait. Yeah, because when I moved the arc, that stopped the combustion fluid production, and then the power just completely died. So that was a bit bad. And that was why I should have stopped my machines a bit before. Please get all of this removed, please, from my site. That's slowly being cleared up. And that means we can do... Honest, let's just get you away as well. I think I found a way of solving it. Then this one we will have to... The have it times 3, that was quite a lot of production. But this one is making the coke. That's fine as well. Coke and coal. Not Coca-Cola, but coke and coal. That's a bad pun. So if we dismantle this as well, that should also stop the tar production going through. But let's just do this. What's the worst that can happen? Famous last words, but that is what we're doing right now. Trying that. I want all of you to stop making barrels. Then I want all the tar consumed and used for something else. So coke we probably could set up right away. In high pressure boilers. Right here. High pressure. High pressure furnace, it was this one, right? I want you to just make the very simple coal recipe right here. Coal to coke. And to be honest, can't we just do this? Take this little setup here and just change the input output to the same as over here. Please take this part right down here. As we have this, then I can make the normal coke recipe. Bit of robots to deliver some things to us, but right now they're quite busy cleaning up my mess. So change you into... I'll also cook to biomass. actually a lot of ways to get power from just using this entire process all the way down to biomass if you wanted to. And there we are. Can I help you out a small amount? Go little robots. They are quite nice, the construction robots. And let's get one more storage chest down here, just to get some of this laid out somewhere else. And that is good. Okay, so that is set up correctly now. We'll need to change you to coke. So we have the correct condition. No reason to do this, but I am anyway. 2 seconds for 5, it crafts you 1. Or it crafts you a half. That's 2.5. That's 1 point something per second. This side loading probably won't be the best solution for it. As per second, this will give us 2.5. That'll give us 1.25. And we have 8, that means that'll give us 10. There's only 7 if it's half loaded, so that's gonna be too much. If you take away 2, it might be better if we do something like that. But yeah, let's get 2 of you away, then we should have a better ratio for it. Or we can just stop side loading. Then we have it saved for the future, so we can actually just take that away and do, let's see here, some of these instead. Do something like this to get all of the coke out. That is not gonna work. I need to move it out 1 more. Unless I do need to do that. That's a bit annoying. Luckily I can fix it quite easily. Because we still need you to actually go somewhere like that, but we also need an underground to do that, so we have room for our requested chest. That's gonna get all in. Then I can have a chest up here, getting this in with a limit to coke. 2k. Then I should be able to take this little recipe here and stamp it down on top of the other ones here. Why is that not working? Oh, it's because these ones are completely messed up. And then we should be able to copy it. And voila. That should give us There we are. That should be coke solved in a somewhat decent way. Hopefully producing enough for what we need. Coke. Oh, got completely destroyed, that's fine. But hopefully we can get it up fast, high enough for what we need. We can always make a second one next to it if this doesn't produce fast enough. Now we just need to remember to get the coal one, normal coal one, up and running as well. And for that we need the secondary crusher. I thank you, thank you for joining in and thank you for chatting. It's always nice having people help me out. It is a rather interesting mod pack. That's going up. Let's just set down the second one up here, so you'll be coke instead. You. They will set up the secondary crushers up here. You would just do raw coal to coal and coal dust. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Perfect. Then we'll do that and that, and hook this one up. Crush coal gives normal coal, and the other two are just byproducts that we'll need to handle somehow, or use for fuel in the future. So 1, 2. Please request those. Yeah, 100 is fine. And some power. And that'll give us coal out. 2,000. Now we just need to figure out what we do with the byproducts to make sure this doesn't jam. Let's do this for when the rest of them gets built. Oh, power can actually not keep up with this. That's actually not good to know, but then again we have disconnected both of our steam ones. This one is not producing as much as I could have hoped. So let's just do this for now. Just to get this one going a bit again. They're actually consuming quite a bit. Coke goes into quite a bit of biomass, I think. Let's see here. Coke, I think that was one of the ways to get biomass. Or biomass, I was talking about combustion fluids. Right here. Yeah, it only needs 3 biomass, gives 100. This needs 3 coke, and 5 coke gives quite a big bag. So that's a 1-to-1. And coke can be used to make biomass. think I just saw that recipe somewhere. Maybe not. Oh well, doesn't matter. But we have enough coke going through. We have coal going through. That should solve that issue at least. Then why is this one not moving fast enough? What would have enough for it to do it? We can't output it fast enough? Is that the case? Oh, we can't go through the pipes fast enough. Wait, this is just not using enough anymore. That makes sense. Adding more in is not gonna solve that. That's fine. Okay, let's leave it like this for now. Until we find a better way to do this. That means we will start to build up steel again. That's using coal gas. Coal gas we should be making over here with tar. Let's check one thing out. Tar, is that better? Oh, that's probably gonna hurt us in the long run. Our production have gone down quite significantly. And our consumption have gone up quite a bit. So hopefully this doesn't bite us in the ass at some point that we're consuming that much tar. Oh well, that's fine. But then again, we're not using all of our tar producers around the base. Right now we're just kind of consuming all the things we have in storage to get empty barrels back. That's perfect. I think that'll be just fine that we're doing this. So how's it looking here? Oh, quite a bit of science. We did get the filters that was going to be used for the fish. But we also need the TSM, to be honest. One of the things we're going towards. Let's just get the TSM out the way. That means we have everything we need for trains when we want to set that up. Here's the next chemical science plant. Or chemical science pack, sorry. Good afternoon, mates. And welcome to the stream again. We're just thinking about if to research this one. Also gives us batteries, so that might actually not be bad. And I'm guessing your caps lock got stuck. With better power might actually be quite nice getting this a bit easier. Processing. Most useful thing yet. Cooling tower. Oh, can't even make it yet, there's no point. Microbiology. Complex. Wait. Methanol production. That might not be the worst thing. Oil sand extraction. That's the thing we have a ton of. Yeah, it's always something. I've sought back sulfur here from this one. Which I know we need going forward. There's also normal sulfur. Made with petroleum. What's for mining? But I need tailing as well, so that's not that good. wool rigs. Let's get some more animals made. We might as well get them all before we go. And another animal right there. Let's try this first. So what are we missing in our base? Oh yeah, we need to set these two up to be automatically made when we can. I don't want to have to worry about making those going forward. So what if we go here and make secondary crusher? Please make some of those. Hopefully the rest will get delivered as we go. You stop. What are you missing? Oh, you're missing that. That's because tailings are full. We need to have something we can use tailings for to actually start our aluminum process again. Yeah, I've been expanding a bit today since Simple Circuits is running quite well right now, so I was trying to get most of the things slowly built in. Makes expanding a lot easier. So tailings. Why can't I find that? Because it is right now jamming up my entire base. Why can't I see it anyway? We have tailings dust, but I need to look at that one. What can you be used for? That is kind of what I have to figure out. I'm going to crude oil. Not sure I want that just yet. It goes to ash, acid gas. Goes into sea sponge. Goes into raw nexolite. Or best is get more nexolite, but I'm not actually using that much nexolite at the moment. I'll just use it for the next chip shoot. I'm guessing that's maybe one of the next things we have to get. To be honest, I could just start up this one again to consume most of the tailings and just output. Because right now I just have a limit on it. And or right here is full of 300. That is a bit of a conundrum how to get rid of all of that tailings. Because we're not using that much. What if I just set you for 2000 instead? Like to have 2000 U in storage at all times. Right here, and then you can remove the limit on that one. I completely forgot about a hot air again. And I was just missing barrels that was holding that back. Is it completely filled up everywhere now then? Hot air, we're consuming 21. We're consuming everything we're producing, so expanding it out one might actually not be a bad idea. Might actually be a good idea even. Just put in a second one because this one is pretty much just taking you, placing it down right next to this one. Might actually be the easiest way to expand this hot air. I think most of this are in a mold right now. Also, you're missing power. That's typical. I'll do something over here to make sure it works. Regen. 2, 3, or 2, sorry. There we go. That means we'll have double the input of hot, or output even, of hot air. It's hopefully going to give us iron is catching up. That means steel is slowly catching up.